The streets and the business world often don't seem that different to me. Neither play fair. Both are ultra competitive. They're both ruthless. And you can still dominate each one if you follow several basic principles. Be fearless. Most people run from what they're afraid of. I run towards it. That doesn't mean I think I'm bulletproof. I've learned the hard way that I'm not, or that I'm unaware of danger. I experience fear as much as the next man. But one of the greatest mistakes people can make is becoming comfortable with their fears. Whatever's worrying me, I meet it head on and engage it until the situation is resolved. My refusal to become comfortable with fear gives me an advantage in almost every situation. Cultivate the heart of a hustler. Hustling might be associated with selling drugs, but it's also a character trait that's shared by winners in every profession. Steve Jobs was as much of a hustler at Apple as I was on the streets. The key to building up that trait in your own personality is accepting that you're never hustling towards a certain goal. Hustling is a motor that's got to be running inside of you each and every day, and its fuel is passion. If you can keep that motor running, it will take you everywhere you want to go in life. Build a strong crew. You're only going to be as strong as the weakest person in your crew. That's why you have to be extremely conscious of who you have around you. Betrayal is never as far away as you'd like to believe. That's why it's imperative to find a balance between establishing trust and discipline in the people you work with and giving them the freedom to be themselves. If you can establish that equilibrium, you'll be in a position to get the very best out of your team. Know your value. One of the cornerstones of my sustained success is that I don't rush into deals. Even though I've become synonymous with getting paid, I never chase money. I evaluate every new venture based on its long-term potential, not on what the first check I get is going to look like. The reason I do that is I have supreme confidence in my own value and ability. I'm secure that as long as I'm betting on myself, I'm always going to win. Evolve or die. If I've been unwilling or unable to evolve as an individual, I'd be dead or in jail right now. One of the keys to my success is that at every stage of my life, I've been willing to assess any new situation I find myself in and make the necessary adjustments. While I'll always draw from the lessons I learned on the streets, I'll never be limited to them. Instead, I'm always looking to absorb new information from as many sources as possible. I don't care where you come from or what you look like. If you've created success, I want to learn from you. Shape perception. Everything you share with the world, your words, your energy, what you wear, tells a story. You must make sure your narrative always presents you as the person you want to be seen as, even if your reality tells a slightly different story. One of the secrets to getting whatever you want in life is creating the perception that you don't need a thing. That can be a difficult energy to project, especially when you're struggling. But committing to that perception will make you more attractive, professionally, personally, and even romantically. Don't be afraid to compete. Some people try to portray me as a troll or a bully, but that's not accurate. My first instinct is always to build positive and mutually beneficial relationships with people. But if someone isn't interested in being friends with me, I'm more than comfortable being enemies with them. The reason is I believe competition is healthy for all parties involved. Whether it's taking on established rappers or hit TV shows, I've always experienced my greatest success when I met my rivals head on without any hesitation. Learn from your L's. As many victories as I've racked up over the years, I've experienced many more losses. That doesn't make me an exception among successful people. It makes me the rule. I don't know an affluent rapper, mogul, executive, or entrepreneur whose losses don't far outweigh their wins. What separates those people from the pack is that instead of complaining about or hiding from their losses, they actively seek to learn from them.